The Linda Family Tennis Center has witnessed some of the greatest legends in tennis and hosted champions who shaped the sport's history. But on this warm August evening in Mason, Ohio, something truly unprecedented is unfolding. Steffi Graf, the legendary German icon and 22-time Grand Slam champion who dominated women's tennis like few players before or since, is standing courtside with her eyes wide and her jaw slightly agape. She has come to Cincinnati to celebrate the tournament's 125th anniversary, expecting to see familiar faces, reconnect with the sport's history, and perhaps enjoy a few matches. But what she is witnessing is unlike anything she has ever experienced. During her prime, Graf was one of the biggest stars in tennis, drawing massive crowds and filling stadiums around the world. So she knows exactly what it feels like to command an audience. Yet the atmosphere unfolding in Cincinnati feels completely different. The stadium is packed with Filipino flags, thousands of red, white, and blue flags waving together and creating a breathtaking sea of color stretching from the front rows to the highest rafters of the 11,614-seat center court. The chants are deafening, the energy is overwhelming, and the entire stadium seems to be united by one extraordinary moment. Lean Alex echoes through the stands, a battle cry that had become the anthem of an entire movement. The atmosphere is no longer that of a traditional tennis match, with quiet concentration and polite applause. Instead, it feels more like a rock concert, a festival, and a celebration of national pride all rolled into one. Steffi Graf has seen the greatest players in tennis history, competing against Martina Navratilova and Chris Evert, battling Monica Seles, and witnessing the rise of the Williams sisters. But she has never experienced a crowd quite like this for a player ranked around number 20 in the world. She has never seen a player generate this level of frenzy before even stepping onto the court. The reaction is so extraordinary that even tournament director Bob Moran, who has witnessed legends such as Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Serena Williams draw enormous crowds, is reportedly stunned by the unique pull of 21-year-old Filipino star Alex Eala. And if Bob Moran is amazed, imagine what Steffi Graf must be thinking. This is no longer just a tennis match. It is a phenomenon, a cultural explosion, and a moment that could be remembered long after the final point is played. Steffi Graf is witnessing the spectacle firsthand, and the sheer scale of the reaction is difficult to believe. In August 2026, Mason, Ohio, the Linda Family Tennis Center is buzzing with anticipation as the Cincinnati Open, one of the most prestigious events on the tennis calendar, celebrates its 125th anniversary. To mark the occasion, the Cincinnati Open has invited some of the greatest legends in tennis history, including Steffi Graf, the German icon whose name has become synonymous with excellence and dominance in the sport. Graf has largely stayed away from the regular tennis spotlight since retiring in 1999, choosing instead to build a life away from the tour and focus on her family. But the Cincinnati Open is a special event. As one of the oldest tournaments in the United States and a prestigious WTA 1000 event featuring many of the world's top players, its invitation to celebrate 125 years of tennis history is an honor Graf cannot refuse. She arrives in Ohio expecting something familiar: great tennis, enthusiastic crowds, media attention, and perhaps a chance to reconnect with old friends while reflecting on her extraordinary career. What she does not expect is the absolute frenzy waiting for her at the Linda Family Tennis Center. The ticket office is overwhelmed. Phones are ringing non-stop. Staff members are rushing from desk to desk, and their faces show a mixture of panic and excitement. Tournament director Bob Moran, a veteran who has witnessed some of the biggest moments and biggest stars in tennis, appears stunned by what is happening. "We've never seen anything like this," he reportedly tells his staff. "Not for Federer, not for Nadal, not for Serena. This is different. This is something else entirely." Graf asks what is causing the chaos, and the answer leaves her speechless: Alex. Everyone wants to see Alex. Graf has heard the name and seen the headlines. The young Filipino star has been making waves throughout the season, winning her first WTA title in Washington, reaching the fourth round at Wimbledon, and climbing toward the top 20 in the world rankings. But Graf, like many within the traditional tennis establishment, initially assumed Alex Eala was simply another promising young star enjoying a breakthrough season. What she is about to discover is that Alex Eala has become something far bigger than that. She had no idea just how massive the phenomenon had become. As Steffi Graf walks into the stadium, she is immediately struck by the sight before her. Filipino flags are everywhere, filling the stands as fans wave them proudly, paint their faces in national colors, sing together, and cheer with an energy that feels far beyond a normal tennis match. Graf has witnessed passionate crowds throughout her legendary career, but this feels completely different. It is less like a tennis event and more like a massive celebration of national pride. The tournament itself has undergone a reported $260 million transformation that dramatically expanded the campus, with center court now holding 11,614 spectators, the grandstand accommodating 5,000, and Champions Court seating another 2,300. Yet even with all that capacity, demand for Alex Eala's matches has reportedly exceeded the combined seating of the three major stadiums, creating both a logistical nightmare and an extraordinary testament to her popularity. Graf watches as fans stream through the gates, their faces filled with excitement and anticipation. They have traveled from across the United States, from Canada, and even from the Philippines, spending their hard-earned money to support the young star and witness what they believe could be a historic moment. One fan explains that they see Eala as a symbol of Filipinos working overseas, teachers, nurses, caregivers, and countless others who sacrifice and work tirelessly to support their families. "We stay up late to watch her matches," the fan says. Graf is visibly moved by the passion surrounding Eala. She understands what it means to carry the hopes of an entire nation because she experienced that pressure herself during her remarkable career. But even at the height of her own fame, she never witnessed anything quite like this. A crowd so enormous, so passionate, and so completely devoted to a single player. She turns to Bob Moran and asks how all of this is possible. Moran can only shrug, his expression a mixture of bewilderment and awe. He explains that they have never experienced a sellout quite like this before, recalling how the last time the National Bank Open sold out on an opening Wednesday was 2 decades ago, driven by the star power of Serena Williams. Now Alex Eala is creating a similar surge, but with one major difference. She is doing it everywhere she goes. Steffi Graf has witnessed the greatest players in tennis history and has watched the sport evolve, expand, and transform over decades, but she has never seen anything quite like Alex Eala. She realizes that she is witnessing something truly special. To understand why Graf is so stunned, you have to understand the sheer scale of the Eala phenomenon. It is not simply about winning tennis matches or defeating highly ranked opponents. It has become something much bigger and more meaningful. Eala has emerged as a symbol of national pride for more than 110 million Filipinos and a powerful connection point for the Filipino diaspora around the world. Her success gives Filipinos scattered across different countries a reason to come together, celebrate their heritage, embrace their identity, and share in a common sense of pride. The numbers tell the story. In Washington, organizers revealed that ticket sales for Eala's matches had surged by at least 80%, with thousands of Filipino fans purchasing tickets before the tournament even began. The stadium, capable of holding more than 10,000 spectators, was reportedly sold out amid the extraordinary demand. In Toronto, the phenomenon reached another level when tournament director Carl Hale revealed that Eala had generated upwards of 5,000 ticket sales, overwhelming the capacity of the 2,800-seat grandstand court and demonstrating just how powerful her growing fan base had become. Tickets for Alex Eala's first match sold out in just 30 minutes, forcing tournament organizers to move her to center court because of the overwhelming demand. Tournament director Carl Hale described the response as unprecedented, saying they had never seen a player ranked outside the top 5 generate that kind of attention. More than 10,000 fans packed the stadium for her match, creating an atmosphere unlike anything the tournament had experienced in years. For the first time in 2 decades, the opening Wednesday night session was completely sold out, with seats disappearing within just 30 minutes of Eala's appearance being announced. The 10,000-seat stadium was filled largely with passionate Filipino supporters, whose constant cheering created an electric atmosphere that even Eala's opponents could appreciate despite being on the receiving end of the noise. The Filipino presence became so significant that one vendor at the Toronto tournament even changed its food offerings to accommodate the large number of Filipino fans attending. The support was so powerful that Belinda Bencic, the Swiss star who ended Eala's 7-match winning streak, took a moment after the match to acknowledge the passionate crowd that had been cheering loudly for Eala throughout the night. Eala herself was deeply moved by the support, explaining after her Toronto run that she felt like she was only one small part of the much larger pride Filipinos have for their culture and heritage. She emphasized how proud she was to represent her country, while recognizing that the thousands of fans filling the stadium were also representing their own communities and identities. Even major stars such as Coco Gauff and Naomi Osaka have welcomed Eala's growing popularity as a positive development for women's tennis. Gauff praised the energy Eala brings to the WTA Tour, noting that although most of the crowd may have been supporting Alex, it was still incredible to see the stadium packed and buzzing with excitement. Now, in Cincinnati, that same phenomenon is unfolding on an even larger scale. The Linda Family Tennis Center, which recently underwent a reported $260 million expansion that nearly doubled the size of the complex, is still struggling to keep up with the extraordinary demand surrounding Alex Eala's matches. The tournament welcomed 285,571 fans in 2025, yet the interest surrounding Eala is already threatening to surpass previous attendance records. Steffi Graf watches the spectacle unfold and can only shake her head in disbelief. She has witnessed tennis evolve through generations, watched the Williams sisters bring new audiences into the sport, and seen international stars transform themselves into global icons, but she has never experienced anything quite like this. She has never seen a player generate such overwhelming demand before even stepping onto the court. Graf turns to tournament director Bob Moran and asks what makes Eala so special that she can inspire this level of devotion. Moran can only shrug, still amazed by the scale of the response. He explains that members of the Filipino community have been calling the tournament for months, repeatedly asking when Alex would play, and says they have never seen a player ranked outside the top 5 have this kind of effect. She's not just a tennis player. She's a movement, he says. Graf slowly nods as her eyes remain fixed on the endless sea of Filipino flags filling the stadium. She is beginning to understand that Alex Eala represents something much bigger than tennis. She has become a symbol of hope, a source of national pride, and a gathering point for Filipinos scattered across the world. Her impact reaches far beyond forehands, backhands, rankings, or trophies. And as Graf watches thousands of fans pour into the stadium, she begins to piece together the remarkable story behind Eala's rise, a story so extraordinary that it almost sounds too unbelievable for a Hollywood script. Alex Eala was born on May 23, 2005, in Quezon City, Philippines, and picked up a tennis racket when she was just 4 years old. By the age of 11, she had already begun making a name for herself, competing at the WTA Future Stars event in Singapore and winning the Longines Inspiration Award. But a major turning point came when she was only 13, when the Rafa Nadal Academy reached out to her family and offered an opportunity that would reshape both her career and the future of Philippine tennis. At the academy in Mallorca, Eala trained alongside some of the world's most promising young players while absorbing the philosophy and mentality of one of tennis's greatest fighters, Rafael Nadal. Reflecting on Nadal's influence, Eala later explained that what stood out most was his ability to fight until the very end while maintaining remarkable clarity of thought. She admired how calm he could remain while still bringing tremendous intensity to every point, and she tried to channel that same energy into her own game. In 2022, that mentality helped Eala achieve a historic breakthrough when she captured the U.S. Open girls singles title, becoming the first Filipino player to win a junior Grand Slam singles championship. Nadal himself congratulated her on the achievement and encouraged her to continue working hard as she prepared for the professional tour. But moving from junior champion to established WTA contender is an enormous challenge, and many promising careers disappeared during that transition. Eala, however, remained determined. She climbed the rankings step by step, battled through qualifying rounds, accepted opportunities when they came, and repeatedly proved that she belonged against increasingly stronger competition. The 2026 season became the year her potential turned into a major breakthrough. In February, she reached the quarterfinals of the Dubai Tennis Championships, followed by another quarterfinal appearance at the Miami Open in March. In June, she reached the semifinals of the Berlin Open at Steffi Graf Stadium, an especially fitting setting for a young player who was rapidly building her own place in tennis history. Then, in July, Eala reached the 4th round at Wimbledon, becoming the first Filipino player to reach the second week of a Grand Slam singles tournament, a historic achievement that sent her profile soaring around the world.